This video is made for mature audiences. Parental discretion is strongly advised. Thank you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another promo. I hope everyone's doing well. Having a lot of fun, been doing a lot of promos here, and this is another one to bring to you guys. Today, I am bringing you Astrologaster. Astrologaster is based on real-life events from the 16th century regarding astrologers, physicians, and there's a story behind the game. It is not a retelling of any of that stuff. It is basically a sort of comedy, tragedy, Elizabethan thing. You play as a doctor who treats his patients using astrology. It's a story-driven adventure. A little bit different from what I usually do because this is more of a point-and-click style game, whereas most of my other games generally aren't. I'm not always the biggest fan of point-and-click games, but this one has a very interesting story, some unusual quirks, and well, yeah, we're just gonna have some fun with it. Now, this game is not new. It's been out for a couple of years, but they're doing a re-release of it on Steam. So myself, I got the opportunity to, stream the game for them. I actually got a request for it, so I'm deciding to go ahead and drop in here and show you guys a little bit of fun. So kick back, relax, and I'm planning to do this for roughly about an hour, so may run a little bit over, but basic settings for the game. We have sound and subtitles. So I've got everything on 70 here. The game actually starts like the 50s, so I had to turn it up for a change. Nice change of pace for a game. Display resolution, very simple. There's just a couple of different resolutions. As you can see, it looks like they built the game on a monitor like my old monitor was. My old monitor was 1366 by 768, so I found that really cool. Here's the about thing for it. So it takes its inspiration from the casebooks of real-life astrologer Simon Forman. So this, like I said, it's 16th, 17th century, like England and the like. So there's and they say here that there's the casebook projects from the University of Cambridge, and there's a website at the bottom there where you can read the information about where they got the information for this game. So like I said, there's a historical background to this game. So I like it when games do stuff like this where they actually take historical information, and this has annotation. There's actually a real life thing that you can read to learn more about where they got the idea for this game. So I found that especially cool. All right, let's go. I haven't played the game at all, so this is going to be a new experience for everybody, including me. New game. And all it says is loading behind my picture, by the way, guys, so there's nothing there you're missing. As far as I can tell, there's nothing that's going to be around the edges. And the game does talk, by the way, so I'll try not to talk over it.
England in 1592, there begins our tale, and all of it is true.
Asterisk. Okay, I knew that they did vocals for this game, but the singing, I like that, and it's period, and it's like period appropriate singing. This is the way they, people would sing back in the day. So, drag left to turn page. Oh wow, it's a flip book. I have a feeling this is going to be a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. This is pretty hilarious. What's this? Oh, it's the menu? Okay. What's this? Letters of recommendation. Okay, apparently there's something in the game I have to... That's pretty funny. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, I posted on Instagram a picture of my face grafted on top of dude's face here in the press release, the press kit version of the screenshot for the game. So if you guys want to check that out, go do it. Instagram.com/rstarphoenix.
Alas, 'tis my final hour. I will surely die. I am too far gone to recover, and for the plague there is no cure. Unless a cure might be found in the stars.
All right, so then the way this game works, from what I understand, is that he uses astrology to cure diseases and stuff. And like I said, there's a basis for it in historical documents, that there was like a period where they used astrology to help them understand how to cure diseases and stuff. So choose one zodiac to diagnose a condition. How it might be cured of the plague. I have the plague, characterized by loss of appetite, immoderate thirst, and pus-filled swellings behind the ears, in the armpits, and in the groin. Ugh. Could you imagine that? These are symptoms of a fever provoked by excess sanguinity of the liver. Jupiter domicile in Sagittarius. This indicates a severe imbalance of the blood humor. So apparently, Sagittarius, ruler of the liver. Okay, so apparently I have to choose this. Chose Sagittarius.
Let me see now. According to the stars, the way to cure the plague is to treat the fever it provokes. Oh, can it be true? Might a disease so monstrous as the plague be cured by treating it as if it were an exceeding bad fever? Then I must use powerful herbs to bring the fever to crisis and break it. Let me see now. Angelica and dandelion to heat, borage to provoke sweating, infuse them in wine, strain and distill the mixture to produce a most powerful strong water.
So basically, he made drug-filled wine. Okay.
Huzzah! I am cured! I shall now go forth with my miraculous strong water to cure all London of the plague.
Okay. So dude put some flowers in wine and cured the plague in himself. That's funny. Case summary. Doctor Simon Forman, seen October 1952, 4 p.m. Might be cured of the plague. I judge my plague seems to be provoked by fever. I invented a new kind of strong water to cure it. And case history, 1 of apparently 6. Okay. This querent will return for another consultation. I shall cure Londoners of the plague. Okay. Okay. So what if he wasn't a doctor? Okay.
God give you good day, madam. How may I?
Are you Mr. Forman? Mr. Simon Forman, the doctor?
Aye, madam, I am indeed Doctor Simon Forman. I bid you welcome to my consulting chambers. Mistress
Allen, Mistress Avis Allen of Lambeth.
Pray tell me your age, if you please, madam.
I am 33 years of age.
And how might I do you service this day, Mr. Allen? Pray describe your troubles to me.
Well, the pain started full late last eve upon retiring to bed. Oh, not that I'm in the habit of retiring so late, but my husband did desire a special supper of cold meats to celebrate and give thanks in any case, it started in the night and it continued until dawning. That being the pain in my head and the chundering.
The pain in the chundering.
Headache and involuntary purging. Is that all?
Aye, that is all. Thinking on it, my complaint does seem most trifling, and you are doubtless busy with important cases. Oh, like the plague! Yea, verily, mayhap I should not have come after all. Good day, Dr. Forman. I beseech you, pardon me, for I have wasted your time.
Prithee, do not go, for I assure you, madam, your case verily is important to me. And 'tis important to you, is it not, Mistress Allen? Else you would not have come this day.
Well,
Let us consult the...
Yes, they really did talk like that.
What is the cause of Mistress Allen's suffering?
The thing is, though, like the King's English, as they called it from back then, didn't sound too much different than the way we talk now, outside of a couple of words that are considered antiquated now. Choose a zodiac sign to diagnose a condition. I was all night with headache and chundering. I'm gonna have to, like, chundering. I think that's like another way of saying she was vomiting all night. If I remember right. All right, let's see. So we have two options here. I'm gonna troubles provoked by anxious passions associated with being with child. This indicates a disturbance in the mind. Is suffering from evil digestion. It says a mild imbalance of black bile in the body. Oh, so we can either say she's got a child or she's okay. Huh. So we can say she's suffering from evil digestion with an imbalance of bile in her body. Or we can say she's got a kid. See, up all night with a headache. I don't know. I'm gonna go with the stomach thing. I'm gonna go with this one. Let's see what happens.
Mistress Allen, it appears you are suffering from evil digestion. 'Twas doubtless engendered by corrupt meats. Mayhap the cold meats you took for supper.
verily?
Why, yes. My chart shows that Saturn is in Cancer at this moment. Cancer rules the stomach, and Saturn is the ruler of black bile. 'Tis a mild imbalance of black bile that is the cause of your suffering. And now you've purged it, you have merely to keep to your bed for a day and to rest.
The bile? Do you think... might it have done ill to my unborn child?
Oh,
Then I take it you believe you are with child. Mayhap 'twas the reason for your celebration last even. Pray tell, how long has it been since your monthly courses?
Aye, sir, I do believe it. For it has been 14 weeks
Oh,
since
so
my
she does have a
I
kid.
did even feel the child quicken. In truth, 'tis the reason I am come. Not on my own account, and not even then, if my situation were ordinary. I have been with child before, you see, but 'tis never. And Mr. Allen, and I do pray this one will be born alive.
ooh.
Dr. Forman, prithee speak true. Have I killed our child? Have I killed this child as well?
How now, madam? Speak not so of yourself, for you are the child's mother. 'Tis you who gives life to the babe growing inside you. And verily, if mere chundering were to cause grave harm when a woman is with child, why, then full half my feminine querence would be barren.
I'm sorry. 'Tis just that I am...
Dear lady, would God have spared you from the plague if 'twas not his plan for you to have this child?
I own 'tis... Yes, doubtless God does
Okay.
have for me. How very kind you are, Mr. Doctor Forman. I thank ye, and
Okay.
fare you well, sir.
Fare you well, Mistress Allen.
Okay, so apparently the woman's had miscarriages before. Well, that's troubling. She thought she killed her kid. Ay, ay, ay. So, I guess if I had picked the other option, I might have gotten a completely different dialogue. So, oh wow, she's got 7 different case histories. Ooh. Okay, so I kind of see how that goes. So it's like a multiple choice test. Do you pick the option you think you have to pick the option you think is the best answer in the situation? So she was pleased with the reading I gave her. Huh. Letter of recommend. Oh wow. Okay, so you're working on a letter of recommendations. I guess yeah. One of the things in the game that I read about is like, since he's not an actual doctor, he's actually trying to get letters of recommendation to become a doctor. So I got 40 points with her for I guess because I got the one bit of the case and she was happy with what I did. Okay. I'm understanding the mechanics a little bit. Yeah, there's a lot of things to do with like the religion, like because they're Anglican. If anybody doesn't understand that, it's just it was like it's a religion in England and in the greater like UK area. Thomas Blake. All right, let's see what this guy is.
Good day, sir. You are Simon Forman, the physician, are you not? These are your rooms.
Indeed, I am he, and well met, sir. Be it Thomas Blagg I have the honour of welcoming to
Blagg.
my consulting chambers, the Dean of Rochester Cathedral.
Indeed, 'tis I, Thomas Blagg.
Blog.
Though it is not upon church
Blog.
come to you today. 'Tis upon a matter of my own that I require counsel. I have lately been offered some very lucrative investment opportunities. And, well, it is said that God speaks to us through the stars, does he not?
Indeed he does. 'Tis well known that astrology is but a conduit for the word of God, as interpreted using scientific means. Now, these investments of which you speak, pray tell of them, if you please.
2 merchant ships will shortly set sail on very lucrative trading expeditions. I do not possess the coin to invest in both.
Yo, Gecko, what's up?
I must choose between them, and I must choose very wisely indeed. For sea voyages are most perilous, and if my ship were to founder or be captured by pirates, I would lose my entire investment.
Aye, forsooth. 'Twould be most lamentable, to say nothing of the poor soul.
How's your Tarkov, buddy?
Who are, naturally, the greater of my concerns.
Aye, naturally. And whither might these ships be bound?
The first is bound for the Spice Islands of the East. 'Tis a voyage to be undertaken by a ship named the Conquering Cherub. The other is the Pride of Yarmouth. She is to bring back sugar from the Americas. Have you now the information you require? Then perchance you may divine for me upon which of these 2 ships our Lord God has bestowed his divine blessing.
Aye, Dean Blagg, we may now consult the stars. Should Thomas Blagg invest in the voyage of the Conquering Cherub, or that of the Pride of Yarmouth?
Okay, so he doesn't just like do medical stuff too, apparently. Okay. So he's basically like a fortune teller on top of it. Wait a minute, somebody banned Death Mordor? Did you... Wait a minute. You'll have to message me about that. DM me that in Discord and tell me what went wrong. Exactly. That sounds weird. Yeah, I was like... I know it wasn't me. Even if I did, I would have unbanned him right away because I do it for a joke because we're mods, but... Who else? Oh, that's weird. You've got somebody over there. Okay. All right, so basically, Thomas Blagg is going to invest in a shipment, so we have to figure out which one he wants to do. The ship's name should evoke a child who is victorious in battle. All right, so the conquering cherub, that would be the conquering cherub. This represents victory. The other one, oh, this one's got a couple different ones. Blog's investment in this trading voyage will result in a change of fortune. Yeah, but is that necessarily a good thing? A woman who partakes in marriage. What? Why would marriage have anything to do with this ship? The Pride of Yarmouth? This doesn't sound right. This represents a change in fortune. House of Journeys. Okay, I don't know. I don't know which one. I'm gonna go with this one. I'm gonna go with the Conquering Cherub. I'm gonna go with the Conquering Cherub and see what happens.
The stars advise you to invest in the ship named the Conquering Cherub.
I see. And why is that?
Well, I have calculated that at this very hour, upon this very day, the planet Mars and the constellation Scorpio do both dwell in that part of the sky we call the House of Children. And, as it happens, Mars is the ruler of Scorpio, hence we may say that Mars is presently exalted.
Mars has been exalted by Scorpio, you say? And what might that mean?
When exalted, Mars represents victory. And so, with victory in the House of Children, we may read this as a victorious child. Ergo, the Conquering Cherub.
Ah, I see. For a cherub is a kind of child, is it not? In sooth, I do find the science of astrology verily fascinating. I thank you, Dr. Forman. You have been most helpful.
Now, I don't know if that's necessarily the right choice, but it seems he made him happy. I advised him, he was pleased with it for the reading, and okay, he gave me 20 points towards the recommendation. And let me take a moment here, since my buddy Gecko came in here, I do owe him a batch of the rations that he requested, so let's give him the food that he needs. And there we go. Enjoy your food, my brother. Okay, guys, so yeah, this game is actually pretty interesting. Like I said, it's not. I don't usually play like point and click games like this. I like the way they introduce people. Okay, so she's shy and timid, and okay, so she's probably gonna come.
Sir? Pray tell, are these the consulting chambers of Simon Forman, Doctor of Astrology and Physics?
Indeed, 'tis I, Doctor Simon Forman. And your name, madam?
Emma Sharp of Shoreditch, sir. 25 years of age.
Welcome, Miss Sharp. And how may I do you service this day?
Well, 'tis a trifle delicate. A man has asked me to be his wife. Dear, kind man. I fear you will think me cold, Dr. Forman.
Then, madam, whatever is the matter?
Well, he is exceeding advanced in years. I do worry he may not be long for the world, and if he were to die, I do not think I could bear it. Beverly, I would not. Methinks I would rather not marry him at all. Am I very heartless, Dr. Forman?
Nay, not in the least, madam. Your fears are most reasonable. The man in the winter of his life is indeed more likely to die. I assure you, madam, 'tis a medical fact. But methinks you wish to know whether this man be afflicted with a grave health condition, do you not? To wit, any ailment that might soon prove fatal?
Forsooth I do. That is my question precisely.
Okay.
Why, Dr. Forman, 'tis as if you have a gift for reading minds.
Merely the gift of logical surmise, madam. Let us see whether a judgment of the stars may calm your fears. Does Mr. What was your gentleman's name?
Mr. George Middleton, a wool merchant.
Does Mr. Middleton have any ailments that might hasten his death?
Okay, so we gotta let her know if the older guy that wants to marry her. Oh wow, there's at least 3 different options here. Okay. Let's see, this is Taurus. Aries. Pluto in retrograde, this suggests the possibility of death. This suggests a mild enchantment cast by a witch. Okay. Alright. What's this one? Suffers from dropping down of the... dropping down of the... wait a minute. Actually, can you guys... Yeah, you guys can kind of half see it through my thing. Characterized by involuntary urination, is exacerbated when combined with this fear of heights. This suggests severe vertigo. Okay, so he basically wets himself every time he's in a high place. Okay, that's... Suffers from cardiac passion, a condition that may end in death. Imbalance of phlegm. This illness cannot be cured. A mild imbalance of black... Oh god, this... Whoa, there's a lot of stuff here. By the way, if you guys don't know, like, I vaguely remember, like, my Middle English, like my English of this time period, and I can't quite remember what this actually refers to. I think this is like a heart murmur, if I remember right, what this actually means. Okay, so I doubt the vertigo thing, so it's either going to be the Aries one or the other one. Now they did have like the whole fear of witches thing around this time period, so this would actually work. So either way, it looks like he is going to die according to this. We just got to figure out which way he's going to die. Enchantment by a witch. I'm going to go with this one because this one sounds more like a medical thing. So he's got some kind of, let's see, imbalance of phlegm, a heart problem. Yeah, I'll go with this one. Let's see what happens.
I'm full sorry, madam, but the stars give heavy news. Mr. Middleton suffers from a cardiac passion. Indeed, his heart may stop at any moment. He must avoid anything that might alarm or trouble his vital spirits. One shock could be enough to kill him.
Oh, woe, alas, poor Mr. Middleton. I thank you for your kind understanding, Dr. Forman, and for your discretion in this matter. I will at once to my family go and beseech them not to make me accept Mr. Middleton's proposal. God give you good day, Dr. Forman.
Okay. So I guess you like that answer too. Pleased with the reading I gave her. Oh, she gave me a 40, so I guess she really liked that answer. Alright, so I guess, yeah. So I guess there's, if you can kind of deduce like what the condition actually sounds like, then you can probably figure out what they're looking for. Alright, so I kind of get this. Public notice, beware. Is the man treating you a qualified licensed doctor? London has lately been importuned by low-born charlatans claiming the title of doctor. These men have never attended university and therefore cannot be trusted. Any man found practicing medicine without a medical license shall be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Dr. Richard Smith, President, College of Physicians. Okay. They're on to us, lads! Oh boy, they're coming to arrest him?
What is the meaning of this warning being put about College of Physicians. Do they mean to do me harm? It is true that I do not have a medical license. What am I to do? Perhaps the stars will advise me.
There goes Gecko with the extract mission. Alright, let's see. What is, so I gotta figure out what he needs to do now. Oh lord, there's a lot of options here. The authority of the licensed doctor of London hold is primary owing to their wealth and privilege, as much as they do not know about physics. Oh. In making war against me, if I become the best doctor, I must find a way to end this war. House of Ambitions. Okay. The Church of England can help me, for the Archbishop of Canterbury has special power to grant medical license. Alright, so what's the other option here? I'm using my brilliant mind to forge strong relationships with my querents. I don't know. Okay, Coleman. I don't know which one. Okay, so this is pretty much fighting against. So A is, do I fight against the physicians, or B is, do I invoke, like, do I improve my standing with my patients? Huh. I'm gonna use this one. Oh, it's both? It looks like it's both of them here. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna choose B.
It seems that if I'm to avoid prosecution by the College of Physicians, I must obtain a medical license. Towards this end, doubtless the best course is to serve my querents well, treating their illnesses and problems with intelligence and sensitivity. For if I do, they may favor me with letters of recommendation, and I can use these to petition the University of Cambridge to grant me a license.
Okay, so maybe I was right there. Or it could be a way. That might be a right decision, it might not be. Okay, so I can't write a letter of recommendation to myself, apparently. No, let's see. Oof. Signor Ferraro. I love the way they introduce people with these songs. This is freaking amazing. I like it.
Good day to you, sir. Oh, I see you're having some difficulties. William, fetch my guest a chair.
No, it's good. I am just a little stiff.
As you wish. Mr.
Signor Riccardo Ferraro. I am a gentleman of Venezia, come to make a trade in London.
I'm coming to make a trade. I'm over here selling the pizza.
And how may I do you service this day?
Congratulations on the successful raid, Gecko.
Una problema medicale, and you are most great dottore who does cure all London, huh? You cure Ferraro too, see?
Forsooth, I will seek to do so, Signor. Pray, describe your complaints, if you please.
Is burning when I make the water.
Pain during urination?
See, and his pain down here. Molto pain.
And pain in the lower back. Now, let us see what the stars can tell us. What ails Signor...
It'll be hard to know when I'm making the water. Oh, boy. Oh, Lord. Okay, let's see. We'll start here. Dysentery characterized pain in the bowels, faintness, and oily stools. Suggests Signor Ferraro's lying. Okay. Suffers from stones in the kidneys. Can cause occasional loss of appetite, severe pain in the kidney, vomiting. And this one suffers from the gout, which is caused by hot, dry humor seeping into your joints to the foot. Well, I'm going to say it's this one. This sounds most like the one he's doing. I wonder what happens if you pick the wrong answer, though. Roll over the kidneys. That sounds...
It is a case of stones in the kidney, I regret to say. But worry not, Signor. I will give you an ounce of my strong water to dislodge them. Drink this entire flask when you rise at dawn tomorrow. You may then expect to evacuate the stones by way of your privy member within just a few hours.
Ah, your famous strong water. This water is said to cure the plague, huh? I thank you, Signor Forman. And now Ricardo Ferraro bids you.
Okay, so we basically made snake oil, and now he uses it as a cure-all. Okay. So kidney stones, we gave him the same stuff we used to cure ourselves of the plague with. Okay. Wow, I only got a 10 out of that? Oof. And he's only got 5, so wow. He's a tough customer, as we say. It's his awkward princess. Oh, she's back.
Ah, well met, Mistress Allen. Pray tell, the last time I saw you, you were with child, methinks. Pray tell, how fares...
I would rather not talk about that, if you please.
Oh, I see. I am full sorry, madam.
Oh.
I'm come upon... The matter that brings...
Madam. I prithee, madam, say on.
I'm come about the new law. I know not what to do, and I would have counsel.
You are in trouble with the law, madam?
Nay, at least not yet, but my neighbours have begun to remark unkindly upon my absences, my Sunday absences from church. I'm afeard one of them may soon denounce me.
Ah, the Act Against Recusants you speak of. The law that obliges Catholics to attend church and take the English sacrament. You are of the Catholic faith, then, I take it?
I, a Catholic, but as well a law-abiding woman and a full loyal subject of the Queen. Long may she reign.
I do not doubt it, madam.
To take the Protestant sacrament, 'tis heresy.
Oh, it's Protestant, okay.
Pope in Rome. I risk being damned to hell if I do it, Dr. Forman. Verily, I find myself in a most terrible bind.
I see. Damned if you do, yet condemned if you do not. A cruel bind indeed. Let us see if the stars...
Okay, now we have to figure out a religious...
Avis Allen, attend Protestant church services.
Oh boy. Oh boy, what do we got here? Some have the wrong impression of the Allen's wealth and are envious. This suggests confusion. Indicates jealousy. Miss Ezra's problem is her female neighbors. The other women are jealous of her wealth. Or, whoa! Strong Catholic, for when the Queen dies, her successor may revert kingdom back to Catholicism. Creative solution for appeasing the Pope in Rome, also honoring English Protestant legacy. Getting in trouble with the law and being punished, this represents authority. Duty to cooperate. Ooh. Oh, this is a rough one. How do I do this? I don't know how to do this one. I can't even begin to decide. Well, we'll go with this one. See what happens.
I fear the stars confirm your fears. You must attend church every Sunday, lest you risk being prosecuted for being a recusant.
Oh, but then what of my soul, Dr. Forman?
Methinks I have a solution for that, madam. If you were to cross your fingers behind your back during the service, any Protestant oath you swear would not count. Of course, you must be sure to stand at the back of the church while doing so that only God may see, and no one else.
Forsooth, what an ingenious notion! Oh, Dr. Forman, so right.
Really? Cross your fingers behind your back while you take it.
Dear lady, 'tis you who is to be admired. The strength of resolve, your devotion to your faith, and your... Madam, would you care to... see my collection of Venetian glassware?
I think I would. Indeed, I would like that very well.
Okay. Isn't she married? Okay, so our doctor is our doctor's into coitus pulse. Oh Lord, I got an achievement for that. It's called coitus pulse consultus. Yeah, let's. Okay, so our doctor's. Okay. Yeah, right there, that last bit. Wow, I got a lot of points with her, though. God mend me, what have I done? If I only knew of a judge or a priest, I might confess my sins too. Oh. This is hilarious. I swear, that's pretty cool the way they do that.
Good day to you, sir. I am Amelia Bassano of Bishopsgate, here for my consultation.
Oh, she's just straight up.
Welcome, Mistress Bassano. Bassano. 'Tis an Italian name, is it not?
Aye, it is, sir. Though I was born in London, my family are from Venice. They did come to London to gain employment as musicians at the royal court.
Ah, I know one of your countrymen, Riccardo Ferraro, another one of my querents. Mayhap you know him? He hails from Venice, too.
No, sir, I do not know him. Venice is a large city, and as such is home to many thousands of men. And as I did mention, I was born in London.
Aye, of course. Mayhap we turn our thoughts to what brings you hither this day. Have you a question for me?
Aye, sir, I wish to know what afflicts me, for my belly does begin to swell, and lately I oft find myself chundering after meals.
Swollen abdomen and involuntary upward purging. Well now, let us consult the stars to judge the cause of these troubles. What is ailing Mistress Amelia Bassano?
I'm gonna say she's pregnant. Watch it not be an option. Liverworm. Imbalance of phlegm in the body. Okay. Is with child. This suggests the illness will not... Okay. A crick in the knees. You fat lady. Oh Lord. I'm gonna go with the child one. I'm just gonna do it. It sounds like she's pregnant to me.
I neglected to ask. Is there a Mr. Bassano?
Aye, my father still lives.
I mean to say, are you yet married, Mistress Bassano? I presume you are, for the stars indicate that you are with child. Wondrous news indeed.
Ah, I see.
Of course, it is natural for a young lady to be a trifle anxious when she's expecting her first child. And I see you are anxious, are you not?
Aye, Mr. Forman, I own that I am.
Well, doubtless you are anxious owing to the unpredictable nature of your condition. For instance, sometimes the child might emerge from its mother's womb early, weeks or even months earlier than anticipated. This possibility is a medical fact, and one that should be explained to any husband you may... Do you see what I'm saying, Mistress Bassano?
Nay, not in the least, sir.
Ah, some of my maiden querents, I assume you are still unmarried and therefore a maiden, when they find themselves inexplicably with child, they oft do not remain unmarried for long. I advise you to discuss this with your family without delay, Mistress Bassano. Doubtless they will be keen to make the arrangements for you.
I see. Yes, of course. I must lose no time in finding a husband. I thank you, Dr. Forman. Good day.
She doesn't exactly sound like she was happy with that one. I think she was okay with it. I don't know, that was kind of tough the way she presented her. They presented her. I don't know. Wait a minute, how many? She's got 6. I don't know, that was kind of a tough read. Oh, Lord. A deadly foul wind that comes directly from Satan's fa la 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 la. Use your imagination what they mean there, right?
Blessed morrow to you, Doctor Forman. I am Mary Crane of 4th Street in Lambeth. I'm come to seek your counsel about my neighbours.
Good morrow, Mistress Payne, and well met. What trouble do your neighbours give you? They play their lutes into the night, perchance? Mayhap a neighbour has cast a malignant spell upon your cabbages.
Why, sir, 'tis no trifling matter. Indeed, 'tis a matter of grave importance. Doubtless you do know we have a Catholic living on 4th Street.
Okay, she's...
A woman by the name of Avis Allen.
Oh, Lord.
Ah, yes. I did hear tell that Mistress Allen subscribes to the Romish faith. But 'tis no crime to be a Catholic, is it, madam? At least, not at present.
Aye, but harbouring a Jesuit priest is, Dr. Forman. These evenings past, I have spied a man sneaking in and out of the Allens' house. 'Tis my reckoning the man is a priest who is going hither and thither all over Lambeth to perform the Catholic Mass and take confessions. Doubtless Mr. Allen is hiding him in one of those little cupboards.
You mean to say you think Mr. Allen has installed a priest hole in his house? A secret room hidden behind the wood panelling of a wall?
Indeed I do. I am certain that he has such a hole, and that a priest is going in and out of Mr. Allen's hole from dusk till dawn.
Verily? How troubling. But surely you are mistaken, madam, for under the cover of darkness, how can you be sure the man you did spy was not Mr. Allen himself?
Nay, nay, 'twas not Mr. Allen. Mr. Allen is a fine, tall figure of a man, whereas the figure I did spy was very narrow and malformed in appearance. A scrawny little imp of a man he was.
I see.
Now, you must not think me intolerant, Dr. Forman. If Mistress Allen must cling to her idolatrous backward beliefs, 'tis her own affair, and I have no wish to cause trouble for the Allens. And 'tis true that Mistress Allen does now attend church on Sundays and takes the English sacrament just as she ought to.
Jeez.
But we residents of 4th Street are decent English folk. We will not abide an agent of Rome sneaking around our neighborhood, muttering incantations in some devilish foreign tongue.
I think you mean Latin, madam.
But before I act upon my suspicions, I think it wise to know if there be any truth in them.
Then let us see what the stars can tell us. Who is this mysterious stranger, and why does he frequent the Allen's house late at night?
Some say the geckos are going to stasis at hiding in patience without enjoying the view and giving a compliment. Sounds like a plan, Gecko. Alright. Are my neighbors the Allens hiding a Jesuit priest? Mistress Payne will die suddenly, mayhap before the end of this consultation. Narrow, malformed, scrawny little imp of a man indicates a sudden change. The man Mistress Payne saw harbors cruel intentions toward the Allen's household's goods and possessions. The start speaking of educated man who adorns himself in fine clothes. The man Mistress Payne saw as a public enemy who engages in the worship of the Virgin Mary. In other words, he's a Jesuit priest. Okay. What's the other one? A relationship with an untrustworthy foreigner, as foreigners are untrustworthy by nature, element may be of no particular significance. Maternal instincts have been thwarted by her inability to bear a child, but she stubbornly persists in trying to... So she's either trying to get pregnant by somebody or... I'm gonna go with this one just to see what happens.
It would seem the man you saw is a foreigner who's been secreted into the Allen house to aid Mistress Allen with their family difficulties.
Family difficulties? Come, Dr. Forman. Pray speak plain.
Well, as you doubtless know, the Allens have never been blessed with a living child. Mayhap 'tis the belief of Mistress Allen that the seed of a foreigner would prove more powerful than the, demonstrably less successful seed of Mr. Allen.
Then, 'tis
Not been adultery.
fornication with a foreigner. Mistress Allen will pay dearly for such sinning. Her soul will be damned to an afterlife beset by the exquisite tortures of hell's capricious demons.
Aye, well, according to scripture, that is technically true.
But to harbour a Jesuit priest is a far greater evil. We must be glad that Mistress Allen commits naught but the sin of adultery. Conducted late at night, with a man who gives forth strong foreign seed. You have given me much to think on.
The woman's like, a man who gives strong foreign seed. She sounds almost like she's turned on by the prospect of it. Is a foreigner who's helping Mavis Allen conceive a child. Okay. Might not have been the thing she wanted to hear, but she was at least happy with it. What a fine-looking Foreman's manservant is, only if I were my niece's age again. Okay. Continental frock is his Ferraro. Everybody's got like their own mini theme song here. That's why I find this pretty funny.
And how may I assist you?
Tis I, Riccardo Ferraro, come once again to see the great Doctor Simon Forman.
So I see.
A
What
burp.
brings you this day?
I bring myself to you, so you treat my illness. Tis very grave.
And, what might this illness be? Perchance we might start with your complaints.
First problem is the laughter that cannot be controlled.
Uncontrollable laughter, you say? I see. Anything else?
Next problem, the dancing that cannot be controlled.
Uncontrollable dancing. And yet, you do not appear to be dancing at present.
What can I say? It is uncontrollable dancing. I cannot control when I dance.
Nay, 'tis a fair point.
Doubtless my disease, whatever it may be, is very rare and very difficult to diagnose. But of course, if it be beyond your medical understanding...
Let me assure you, Signor, that whatever is said of us on the continent, the learning of we English doctors is unparalleled. There is no better medical care to be had than in London. Now, let us see whether the stars may tell us something of your unusual and troubling illness.
So he burped a couple of times. Uncontrollable laughing, uncontrollable dancing. Why are we even diagnosing this? Okay. Had been bitten by a tarantula on one of his ankles as a cause to laugh and sing, which also provoking acute loathing of Huh? Suffering from colic. A tarantula bite. That's why they have the one song that's called a tarantella. I think it had something to do with like the convulsions of like tarantula venom or something. I'm gonna go with it just because I have a vague memory of something about that.
Bitten by a tarantula. Its venom has been creeping throughout your body, provoking the wanton laughter and dancing you're experiencing. The tarantula is a rare spider from foreign climes. Doubtless it travelled with you from Venice, hiding itself among your belongings.
Aye, doubtless you are right this time.
The venom may be expelled from the body using a combination of heat and music. I advise you to have a lutenist come by your house to sing and play for you while you bide near the fire. But take care not to insult the musicians playing, for whilst you will find it most loathsome, 'twill only be on account of the venom.
Ah, molto bene, Signor Foreman. I will do as you advise. Riccardo Ferraro bids you good day.
That is the weirdest thing. Sit by a fire and listen to music until it goes away. Ay, ay, ay. I think he was okay with it. Okay, so he's up to 30. Oh, Miss Lanier's back. Doctor, educate mind. I have to admit, they did a really good job with these little, like, choirish style songs that they made.
Good day to you, madam.
Yes. Good day, Mr. Foreman.
Mr.
Tell, is your Venetian querent Riccardo Ferraro one of the patients you treat for troubles of the mind? Forsooth, his manner is right strange. I passed him at the door, and when I addressed him in the Italian tongue, he abruptly turned from me and ran away down the street.
Nay, Signor Ferraro has no grave troubles of the mind that I'm aware of. Mayhap he was merely dumbstruck by your beauty, madam.
Dr. Foreman, a man is rarely struck dumb by a woman's beauty. Indeed, it is quite the reverse. He is oft rendered all the more loquacious, plaguing her with ill-formed metaphors he believes are compliments, and with hasty declarations and invitations she has neither sought nor invited.
Ah, quite. But let us turn our minds to happier thoughts. I did lately hear of your marriage to your cousin, Mr. Alfonso Lania, for which I must congratulate you. And as I recall, you were with child when I last saw you.
I was, as you correctly judged.
Oh, we got bonus points.
You are both well, I hope?
I would rather not discourse on the subject of my husband, Dr. Foreman.
As it pleases you, madam. What brings you this day?
Lately I have been feeling heavy and lethargic. I do also find it hard to fix my attention upon the book I am reading or upon words I am composing. And yet, although I oft feel right tired, I am having difficulty sleeping.
Ah, well, becoming a mother, beset with all the demands of a suckling babe, can force change upon the normal rhythms of life.
Nay, 'tis not that, for I have employed a wet nurse for the feeding and much of the care of my son. Methinks I must have some kind of disease.
I see. Let us consult the stars to see what afflicts you. What is ailing Mistress Amelia Lania?
Alright, so she had the baby. What do we got? Melancholy. Alright, so general bad mood, so maybe postpartum depression. Excessive choleric temperament associated with the excess of yellow bile, aggressive opinionated nature. Associated with the excess of phlegm characterized by stoicism and stubbornness. This was tough. The only thing I think it's not this one. Choleric temperament doesn't sound. It's gonna be one of these two, but phlegmatism, excess phlegm characterized by stoicism and stubbornness. Suggests a psychological factor. The illness will get worse before it gets better. So it's one of these two, but I don't know which one to pick. This is actually a pretty interesting take on stuff. Like it's not like there's two things that sound like they could be it. So, you know, what path do you want to take with that person? I'm gonna go with this one. I hope I'm right. No. I'm gonna go with the melancholy. Let me see what that does.
Lania, the stars indicate that your suffering is occasioned by melancholy, or, in other words, black bile.
I see. And what treatment can you give me for it?
Before we speak of treating your condition, madam, I think it wise we determine what has provoked it. You did express a desire not to speak of your husband, and I cannot help but think that such a reluctance reveals where the source of your troubles might lie. To wit, within your marriage. Would I be right in thinking this? I do not wish to cause you distress, madam, but as a doctor, I do feel I must press you in case it is relevant to your troubles.
My marriage is not a happy one, Dr. Forman. Mr. Lanier and I do not agree on matters of money and
Strong drink.
I see. And what are your opinions on these subjects?
That he spends all our money on strong drink. He disagrees.
And your husband cannot be brought around to see your point of view, nor you his, I presume. Well, the marital discord provoked by strong differences of opinion can often engender melancholy in a wife. Until the matter is resolved between you, you may take a syrup of roses and chicory. Drink of it each day, and it will serve to reinvigorate your vital spirits. I will also have my manservant William bleed you of some of that excess bile.
I thank you, Dr. Forman.
William, come hither and bleed Mistress Lanier.
Yeah, I forgot bleeding is a thing. They actually cut you open and... Yeah. So her husband's basically just likes to drink all day. Great, she married an alcoholic. Okay, apparently she really liked that idea. Alright guys, we're about an hour in here, so let's actually, I'm not going to wait for my timer to go down. Okay, let's see here, so... Can I hit save? Letters of recommendation. Wow. Okay, yeah. Can I save the game? Alright, let's quit the game here. Okay, so let's talk about the game a little bit. Cool art style, first of all. I like the whole thematic feeling of it. Like the dialogue is very accurate to that era of 17th century England. I do know a little bit about it because I used to play Dungeons and Dragons a lot, and I used to read a lot of books that were written in period English. I do know that's pretty accurate. They did a really good job researching their stuff and applying it to the game. I like the choiry way that everybody's introduced and how they do the story. It's like it's not just someone speaking. It's sort of like, oh, cool, someone's singing to you. And yeah, the whole concept of like making decisions based on astrology and then not just curing like sicknesses and things, but also like the one priest or whatever minister that came in asking you for investment. So he's sort of like like a fortune teller, but he's also a doctor. So I kind of like the whole theme and everything. I said it's just a mouse game. It's straight up just use the mouse. So it's a one-handed game. So anybody who may have difficulty playing games that require multiple input devices, it's actually really easy. I'm not usually a big fan of point-and-click games, but I like this one. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's definitely better than some of the other ones I played, and I like the way that it goes into detail about what each piece of your decision represents. So you're not just making a decision going, okay, here's A, B, multiple choice. They're actually like, well, this is what your decision is going to tell this person, and it seems like there's multiple ways of playing the game, and you can almost make like a quack decision, or you can make something that almost makes sense. So there's a little bit of a logic thing. Yeah, I recommend it. I recommend it. Like, it may not appeal to people who want a hard up action game, so definitely I wouldn't say like it's for everybody, but for anybody who's into like a story based game and wants something that's that's just easy to play, chill. This is a good game. Just sit back when you don't want to do anything else. You just want to like, kind of like I was supposed to stream here. Like I wasn't talking that much during the course of the stream, but that's just because it was just mostly thinking about, what's going on in the game. So, but yeah, guys, as always, thank you everybody for hanging out and chilling and coming by and watching the stream. Everybody later on YouTube and Facebook. If you made it this far, I appreciate you as always. Everything's going to be in the description boxes down below. And, when you watch this later, be sure to like it, leave a comment. Like I said, I read all my comments. And, share it with your friends. And, go check out Astrologaster. Everybody here on Twitch, hang out. We're going to go check out something else. And until next time, everybody, take care.